Well, Mosquito Abatement is doing aerial treatments tonight to deal with the rising number of mosquito pools testing positive for West Nile. Gabby Ballou has more on what to expect.
Over 30 mosquito pools representing 18 different locations have tested positive for West Nile virus throughout the parish. And due to the increasing presence of the virus, that's why the Mosquito Abatement District says there's a need for the treatments.
Right now, we're experiencing higher levels of West Nile activity in the area, so that is what is driving or determining our treatment plans or our response to, said disease presence.
Aerial treatments and trucks will be treating in specific locations throughout the parish, including Richwood, Balkanville, Brownsville, areas of Monroe, West Monroe, and Sterlington. The director of the Ouachita Parish Mosquito Abatement District, Shannon Ryder, says aerial treatments can help treat those areas more efficiently.
The aerial spray allows us to get into that tree canopy to target those mosquitoes that are feeding on nesting or roosting birds.
Ryder says there are traps set throughout the parish used for collection and testing of mosquito pools to determine where treatment is needed the most.
It's determined again by the data we receive, either through surveillance, like in mosquito counts, and or disease surveillance and what those tests show.
Ryder says the best time for these treatments to take place is during the night because that's when mosquitoes are most active and people are typically inside their homes.
We want to wait till the sun's going down and those mosquitoes are starting to become active. We want to avoid, having any sort of interaction with the public as it relates to a direct potential spraying.
Ryder says one of the best ways to avoid being exposed to West Nile virus is by wearing repellent that contains DEET, picaridin, or lemon eucalyptus oil.
Another way is to wear light colored clothing. Don't wear scented perfumes or lotions when outside. A lot of mosquitoes are attracted to these smells. Also, make sure you don't have any standing water around your home.
Another aerial treatment will be taking place on Thursday, September 5th, weather permitting. In Monroe, I'm Gabby Ballou with KNOE 8 News.